Good morning. I just had the most charming visit and coffee with some people inside that store. They were about 80 years old. They were waiting on a meeting. They were waiting on someone to get there for a meeting. And this is Fort Dodge. That store back there was built with timber that came on wagons. And it was a man named Sutler. And he was not allowed to, this is tight, sell alcohol. And so he moved his place 5 miles down the trail, which is now Dodge City. This is the original. In the original store, once I'd written some postcards and they were chatting, they asked me, well, what brings you this way? And I let them know, and I told them that, all right, so these are cottages right here. I'm not sure who lives in the cottages. Anyway, some kind of little park and a lot of markers. I told them about my wily experience in Wichita, not knowing what parts of town I didn't need to pee in, because I was definitely there on Broadway, because I was determined to find a little motel with Dodge. Looks like it's Dodge looks like it's about 3 blocks deep and 3 blocks wide. And their meeting over in Sutler's store, their meeting is about the cottages. I don't know what's going on. Ooh, you see all that vinyl siding on the house? Torn up from tornado debris, look like. Well, I'm just really tickled to get the experience of Dodge. Not Dodge City, but Dodge or Fort Dodge. There is a fort here, I'm pretty sure, and it's maintained by the National Park Service. I wonder where that kind of that white building looks familiar, but I don't know if this place is called Dodge or Fort Dodge. Look at this. That's the museum and the library. That's what of the man. There's the little building I recognize from Google. I thought it was this church, Fort Dodge Chapel. I recognize that white building from Google, which is part of the NPS, National Park Service. But this stone, you can tell this stone is the older buildings. So the man over there in the store, my goodness, I need a laundromat. Look, there's a resident for the residents. I guess the residents of the cottage. I do not really know. Woodworking shop. That's what I wanted to see. What that little building was and why it was facing this direction. There's a cellar under there. So he offered to come over and let me in the museum, but they're having their meeting right now. This was an excellent start to the day. Meeting those people, having my coffee, writing some postcards at the counter in the diner or the little cafe They have black and white pictures of like old actors from Gunsmoke or Bonanza or that genre, and getting a little inside scoop into the history and discovering that, whoa, I'm in the first little store, the first little spot. That was very, very nice. Here comes this. That's a pretty good view, isn't it? I'm gonna get a still shot. Okay, so I kind of hate to leave those little folks. I like those little old timer people in the cafe and Sutler store. That was nice. There's some building across the road. It's kind of a nice looking building. Oh, there's a little stone house. You see that square cut stone? I mean, that would obviously be some of the oldest buildings. Look at that one. Only they painted the front. The gable end of stone. There's something about the Kansas Soldiers Home. Maybe that's what the cottages are. Look at this. Fort Dodge Post Office. Oh, that's where I need to mail my postcards. Hold on, let me park a little better. Traffic in Kansas is like really sparse. Hardly any at all. There will be stop signs. That are, there's hardly any use stopping at. Y'all getting all up in my business. Look, there's my Charlie Harper. Let's see. I have, oh no, I put them up here. Darn it. There they are. Let's go into the little, I got my coveralls on. I've got a, oh, and I don't have chapstick. I've got a soft Henley and my coveralls and a new sturdy pair of clogs, Crocs, and they're just they're a little nicer than what I did have. I love my new clothes. Let's see. Oh hell, I should have knocked.
Oh, you're fine.
Hello.
You're fine.
Drop.
Hey, no problem. Let me go ahead and stamp those for you.
Okay.
So they know where it came from.
That's the best part, having that postmark on there from Fort Dodge.
Yes, sir.
Thank you. I'm gonna run on.
Okay.
So you're not at the meeting about the cottages? I bet you have. Don't you love those meetings?
I've been here about 20 years, and I've been there ever since.
Yeah, I just had a nice coffee and chat.
Yeah.
You have a good day.
You too, sir.
This is precious. This is, I don't know what this place is, but I like it. All right, so we're going to go to where Mr. Sutler was allowed to sell his alcohol, which is 5 miles down the trail at Boot Hill. Look at that tree. So let's go explore. Ooh, I gotta get a picture of this post office. The downtown, the core, the old part is charming as heck. And I can't wait to get there. We're going to go to the Boot Hill Museum, which is a little bit of a living history complex. There's quite a few little buildings. I hope they're original, but it is the sort of the core, the nexus of the oldest part of Dodge City. But what you see here, it's all it's just like sprawling, all encompassing the old part of town. But this is on a giant scale all the same things that Dodge City has always done. That's just really neat to me. So over there is the train depot, and that's where I had dinner. And here is the town across the tracks. Everything back there is
in 600 feet, turn right onto 3rd Avenue.
All business. Look at that cow. Get down from there.
Turn right onto 3rd Avenue, then turn left onto Front Street.
Okay. And it's really quite small, the old part.
Take the next left onto Front Street, then turn right. Take the next right, then your destination will be on the right.
There it is. Boot Hill Museum. Oh, I see. I saw the little buildings. Like, there's one right there. The left and behind. Well, want to show that or show me? Y'all need to see me while I'm still kind of fresh from the shower. All right. Boot Hill Museum. This behind here. I like that. I wonder who that is. That's a man. I thought that was a skirt. Okay, I believe the museum is... please forgive me for being so redundant. I'm not scripted at all. They're putting out the tree. I've seen trees and Christmas going up all over the place. Do you remember that? We were at somewhere and it said in the 1800s, and that was in Wichita at the Keeper of the Plains, and it says horses were introduced in the 1800s, and I was all smarty pants and said, I beg to differ, and it was 1500s. Well, here it is. Coronado, 1541. See, I mean, Columbus was here 1492, the end of the 15th century, which set off a slew of Spanish explorers to the New World, Portuguese and Spanish, and I mean I guess maybe Italians, but you'd know the names, the Postilion, Bilboa, so in the 1500s, they were just like one after the other. They could not wait to get over here. And they brought European diseases. And by the time settlers east of the Mississippi River and the Appalachians from the colonies, these natives had already had their horses and were masters. The Plains Indians were horse people and were masters of the horse. And their numbers, their population numbers were already depleted from the disease from the first Europeans who were sanctioned by the church under the Spanish Inquisition. They would go into a village speaking their language to people who did not speak their language and ask them to confess or profess faith in Christ. Well, natives did not understand what they were requesting, and they killed them. Whole villages. That's a big wagon, is it not? This that's the wheel. I'm 5'11". Watch this. I'm like 6 foot on that foot. 5'11" on that foot.
Yielding every raw material necessary for survival.
There it goes. I can feel the floor rumbling.
With hides for clothing, rope made from fur, tools carved from bone. This devastated Indian communities by removing their primary source of sustenance. If we could step back in time to the year 1800, when the wild buffalo roamed free, just what might we encounter on the Great Plains?
The floor is rumbling. Like really rumbling.
Today, efforts to reintroduce the buffalo have grown their numbers to nearly 500,000. A hopeful sign, but a far cry from their former glory.
Hunted greedily to near extinction. There's wider. I don't know if I videoed their talk. I want to holler. I just had the impulse to holler. I ain't never seen a street that green. There's people in there. And actually, inside the Long Branch, you can move through these on the interior. And the last one on this row is closed. But you can go in the church, and you can go in the little yellow house. I guess you'll just look in the blacksmith shop. What do we have here? Zimmerman. Hardware and tinware. I want me some tinware. Tonsorial parlor. That's where I need to get my head scabbed. Cigars. I might need to come back to there. Dry goods and clothes. Where's the laundromat? Alhambra. Centennial Barbershop. I thought Tonsorial was a barbershop. dry goods, groceries, and undertaker. Well, dang. Beatty and Kelly Restaurant, Accident Saloon, Old House Saloon, and don't know what that little one is. Let's go in here. We're gonna video some people. Hey, kitty. Meh. Meow. Meh. 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 I'm nothing new, Emma. So that is a little theater seating for, I think, a shootout. A little live action thing. Let's go in here.
Everything hanging on the ceiling, on the floor. Now in here is very nice because you can walk around. But the general store was very full. Oh. Because they have to provide everything for the community. The counters, it was on the original store. They made the they are passing here for
I got two of those. Metal. It's pretty.
But anyway, people come in here and they say, that's in my restaurant.
It ain't $8, pretty.
It's amazing. I want to do whatever, but I don't have to like that. Yeah, we have to make. It's not impossible.
You have a good night.
It's just to have to visit here.
Hey. Oh.
It's a metal issue. They say that poor people use the metal issues.
Metal. They didn't break.
No, and they said they use for the poor people. The fancy people of the hotel use China.
Right. And that's their china.
And I remember I was poor because my grandma used the metal one. That
I like the enamel ware.
my grandma used that coffee cup. Do you remember? Very comfortable.
I will make purchase. Do you have patches? You know, like the embroidered patch. Sometimes they're on that.
We don't have it here, but probably.
Oh, that's right. I'll go through the.
Probably. You can ask right there. Are you having a nice trip?
I am. When I came into Dodge City, I saw so much that is not attractive, right?
Yeah, because
But-
it's like a little town.
But then you get to the center,
It's beautiful.
and it's very charming.
Yeah, and now I think they ruined everything on the downtown because before we have a porch like here, but you can see it's pretty also. Now they remove. But when you walk before on the downtown, all the downtown has the porch on the top. But they remove.
And that's gone. And
They
are they digging up the bricks? I see a lot of
They
construction.
remove the bricks.
Are they removing the brick?
No, but they remove.
What is that?
Oh, it's so nice.
Ooh, that is your
Yeah,
string.
well, remember before we don't have bags on the past.
Bags, yeah, yeah.
They do like that and they put the string around.
That's so neat.
It is a lot of things going different.
I hope
You
they
see
bring
that
the. Yeah, I wanted to do that.
Do
Yeah.
it, do it.
No, I heard it. Yeah, I hope the brick goes back down.
Yeah, they in most of the streets they remove, but they put back.
Good. That's what. Yeah.
You see around.
Yes.
But, I don't know if they're going to do in the street in here in the main streets, because you know sometimes when we have a rain, the bricks make like way and make a little dig the bricks, and it's why I think they change it.
Okay. Because I think you've had a lot of rain recently.
Recently we have, but not pretty much, because before I taking a bath.
Yeah, that was interesting.
So a lot of them, I like to put it like this. Think of it as like a waitress, but at Hooters, not Applebee's. They could earn a commission on how much they got the cowboys to drink. And the bartenders were in on this. So a 30 to 60% markup, they're giving these guys a shot of whiskey. They're like, oh, buy one for yourself. Whole time she needs to have a tea or something water. It's not even whiskey. But we're up to $10 a week in commission. In 1870, it was quite.
This is the doctor's office. This is the doctor's. You had better hope nothing was bad wrong with you. Let's look in here. Oh, wow. Turns out overalls have their challenges. Apple peeler. Bathroom. There's a bathtub. Ooh. I know they're not from, I don't think those are original. Do you know you can still buy that today? I used to get it at the Dollar Tree all the time. It is hot in here. My word. They must like it toasty. Look at the header and the molding around that door. That's probably Fenton glass from West Virginia. Cranberry. Oh, there's a glug jug. Some of them gurgle, make a gurgling sound. I want to know what that little thing is. A coal bin, I would think. I have one. There's music, and I know that song. I heard an old story. He loved me ere I knew him, and all my love is due him. He plunged me to victory beneath the cleansing flood. It's playing. I don't know if you can hear it. Our lady from earlier was tending to her cat, feeding the cat. And it was cute. She was stooped over in her dress, and the cat was just waltzing around with its tail up. See, the cat just jumped. There's that kitty cat. It's bittersweet. It's bittersweet to leave. But I'm gonna buy a hanky or a bandana because I dropped mine in the bathroom. I must be retired. That was really enjoyable. I got a new hanky. You know, I don't think it's a hanky. I think it's a dinner napkin. But y'all saw the blue enamel bowl. I'm adding to my little collection of enamelware at home. I just like it a lot. So from here we go north to a place called Little Jerusalem Badlands. It's a southern part of the Badlands that run north to south through the plains. They're just kind of otherworldly geologically, and monument rocks, kind of outdoorsy. Nothing there but outdoorsy and geologic things. And then Dwight D. Eisenhower Presidential Library in Abilene. Don't know where. I need to get gas, and I think I'm probably going to stay in Abilene. I don't know. I need to think about that. I don't know what's out there. I mean, pretty much barren West Kansas. The Badlands. It's noon, straight up. I need to rethink. Do I go way out into nowhere at noon because it will be dark in 5.5 hours from now. Long before I get back to a town like Junction City or Abilene or Manhattan, Kansas. It's going to put me arriving there pretty late. I need water. I have my Sonic, Arnold Palmer from the Sonic. That's all. I don't want to leave. I don't want to leave Boot Hill. I like it. It reminds me of the Black Hills and Silver Dollar City a little bit without the amusement stuff. It's been a long time. But I'm a little nervous about... I mean, when you look at the map, there's just like a straight north-south highway and a straight east-west highway. You know, and they have these weird names like County Road 4226, and there is nothing, really nothing. Let's go.